With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And tonight we're joined by a legend of the NBA. Five-time NBA champion, Kobe Bryant has stopped by. Kobe, great to have you with us.
No, thank you. Thank you for letting me stop in and join you for a bit.
Any chance you might pursue broadcasting in the years to come?
Nope.
Nor coaching?
Nope. Don't have the patience for either.
All right, we're glad you're with us tonight. Crowd here in anticipation of their home team Lakers in an interconference battle here at the Staples Center. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split. And Kobe, you've made no apologies throughout your career about being a scorer, but how do you strike that balance between getting buckets and keeping your teammates involved?
Well, it's a thin line, especially for scorers. You know, because when you're locked into that mentality, it's very easy. It's almost like a racehorse. When you're racing with blinders on, you don't see anything else. You have one focus, right? And so it becomes a matter of trying to understand when to attack throughout the course of the game. So the first 3 quarters, maybe I'll lay back. Or maybe even it's just the first quarter, and then close out the first half strong. So you go into halftime with some momentum. But then at the end of the game, you know, that's when you put the blinders back on and you really race for that finish line. And so everything in between just becomes a matter of setting up the pieces so that then you can close the game out the right way. So that's how I thought about it.
And I can sense by the way you describe this that you had to know your teammates' game as well as your own game.
Well, yeah, you got to know how they're feeling going into the game.
Yeah.
Right? Does Pau Gasol have it tonight? You know, how's LO feeling tonight? Right? You got to be able to measure those things. And, you know, if you feel like the team's going to get off to somewhat of a sluggish start, that's when you kick it into high gear immediately, right? And so it's a bit of a guessing game, but it's more so being able to spend the time with your teammates and talk to them, and that'll help you gauge a little bit better.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Jason Tatum is out there with Horford, and it's Irving at the 1 spot. Kobe, you love to take over a game. You're scoring everything you did. Who are the players you faced, though, who held their own against you defensively, that were always something maybe that you really enjoyed playing because you knew they were so good defensively?
Yeah, Tony Allen was my all-time favorite to go against. I loved going up against Tony Allen.
Huh?
He was amazing. Well, he didn't ask for any help ever.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I'm going to send Kobe down here and come for the trap. He wasn't asking for help. He's like, no, me and you. No matter how many times I hit him, no matter how many times I scored him, he was still there every single time. And I loved competing against him. Raja Bell as well. I loved competing against Raja.
Yeah, there were some battles with you and him when he played with Phoenix.
Yeah, because there was no back down in him, right?
None.
Eric Snow, Bruce Bowen, I liked a lot. He played the game differently. He tried to frustrate you and all these things. So I was fortunate enough to go up against some really top defenders. Kawhi, I didn't get a chance to see much because it was later in my career.
That'd have been a good matchup.
I would have loved it.
Now here's Irving. Over Rondo. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Here's Los Angeles now. James outside. McGee sets the pick for James. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Los Angeles with another miss. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Down low. Here's Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Now here's Rondo. Caldwell Pope with it. Picked up by Brown. Caldwell Pope passes it to LeBron. Rebounded by the Celtics. Left side, Brown. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Well, to me, that's excellent timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
Here's LeBron. Misses off the left iron.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
The 3, and the 3 ball is good. James has got 5 points so far. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Celtics leading by just 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
And Stevenson is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then there's Beasley, and it's Hart in at the shooting guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, "You realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you." Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. Now, here's Hayward. Pass to Rozier. There's the pick, and there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Well, and this 6'8" forward from Indiana is impressive. Gordon Hayward is so intense, plays so hard on both ends, and I'll say this to you, his athleticism catches you off guard.
.146 left now here in the second. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morris. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Morris has got 5 now.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
Now here's Beasley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
I'd like to give a big thank you once again to Kobe Bryant for coming by, and feel free anytime to drop by and join our broadcast.
No, thank you, man. It's been wonderful. Thank you for having me.
And with Kobe stopping by the booth, Doris, I'm always amazed at the type of things Kobe will notice about both NBA and the players competing that the casual fans rarely think about.
Well, you think back to Kobe's career and how much his preparation and studying of the league and his opponents contributed to his success. And obviously, with what we just heard, this guy still holds so much knowledge of the game.
Here is Hayward after the basket by Los Angeles. Off the screen. They grab their own miss. Here's Baines. Lays it up off the glass. Baines has got his first points of the night.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Hart.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Ball against Rozier. Hayward on the wing. Back to Rozier. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Celtics lead by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. Few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Nice game, great performance by Marcus Morris.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible. Really good judgment on the offensive end.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. On the court for the Celtics. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Hayward out there with Tatum. And it's Horford in at the 5, roaming the paint. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
Well, you know, that's okay, I think. Even though they missed, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Now, here is Irving. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Doris, for rookies, beyond skill, what attributes do you think they need to have an early shot at success?
Yeah, I think one of the things that you always wonder about, and one of the great players in history, Kevin Garnett, talks about the impact that other older players had on him. Sam Mitchell, when he first arrived in the league, they taught him the work habits necessary to succeed at a high level. So the first thing you'd have to have is commitment to work. And the second thing is the right temperament. An NBA season spans 82 games over 6 months. There will inevitably be ups and downs. And how do you weather both of those things, Kevin?
Here's Brown. Following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, the screen there shows just how lethal Kyrie can be when he gets a little room, the tiniest amount of space to feel comfortable.
McGee a screen. James the pass to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Brown kicks to Tatum. Brown against Caldwell-Pope. Brown dishes to Horford. McGee with the block. Another shot, and Horford with the lay-in. And the Celtics lead by 1.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's LeBron. Al Horford with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Down low, Tatum uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Jason Tatum has the kind of size and length to be effective near the cup. Really good job staying in attack mode.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Ingram missing.
Oh, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Tatum passes to Irving. Pick by Horford. Irving using the pick. Rebound the Lakers. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Celtics out in front, up by 3. And we'll return shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Lakers trail by 3. Hart is out there with ball. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Stevenson in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. True on the 14-footer. 7 points for LeBron.
And really liking the effort we see here tonight. Neither team giving much ground.
And I think, Greg, you've got to love how much effort has been exerted by both teams. What a tight ball game we've got.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
They set the pick. LeBron with a screen on Rozier. And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, how about the anticipation from Al Horford? Perfectly times the release, sends it back.
Nice shot by Smart.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
LeBron kicks to Kuzma. Over Tatum. The rebound by the Celtics.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you inside, outside, and in transition.
Here's LeBron. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Yeah, strong move there. Big points on that possession. In need of a bucket late. This is the guy you want to go to.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Then for the Celtics, Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Brown in for Smart. Free throw good, James.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
And the pass to Hayward. 1:21 left to play here in the fourth. Brown. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Josh Hart. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Lonzo Ball. And a change for the Celtics. Irving's checked in. Got a piece of it. To tie it up. Outside for Rondo. Here's James. Bank shot. No good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. A shot by Hayward. Wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. LA has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Caldwell-Pope with a wide open look. And again, no good by the Lakers. Here's Boston now. The lead is 2. Pass to Tatum. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Laces one from 3.
Kevin, if you want to know why they turned to Al Horford, it's because he delivers time and again.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Marcus Morris.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said,
shooting two.
Then go take it. Kevin?
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, we continue to be, to me, in the golden age of point guards in the NBA, and Kyrie Irving is right there with the best of them in that discussion.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Yeah, that's how they can ensure this lead stays where it is. Keep knocking down those free throws.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And obviously, look, they want to finish the game strong, but right now, look at the frustration on their faces.
It's very evident, Greg. You can tell they're upset. They've got to calm down and simply play this one possession at a time.
There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The Celtics on offense. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Caldwell Pope against Smart. So we see Boston get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
We just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.